Hello YouTube, welcome to my darkened chess chamber. My chamber of chess training secrets. I am on Lichess or lichess.org. I don't know if it's, I think Leeches sounds good. We'll just call it Leeches. So we're on Leeches and we're going to do some chess training. We are right now trying to work our way back into shape to be able to play online. I don't want to embarrass myself, so I am like literally doing puzzles and I'm doing computer matches just to get myself back together. This is a VOD, so it's also a little bit of entertainment, so we gotta do a little bit of both. I think I need another light on here. Hang on. Let me see. And I got the other one. There's the other one. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. I'm playing, yeah, chess. So, I don't want to embarrass myself by jumping into games quite yet. Plus, I am not a timer chess person. Like, when I played chess, it's like we would have a chess clock and it would be an hour, half an hour either side was like kind of what we played. And I know that that's not popular in online chess, so it'd be hard to find good matchups. We'll probably only find people that are, sorry if I mess with the microphone, we'll probably find people that are either way better than their rating over the board, or we'll find people that are just very slow or don't care. Everybody plays blitz, everybody plays bullet, you know, so it's like I'm really not into that right now. All right, so I think what we'll do is we will start, let's start up with a few puzzles. See if we can, if it's going to let us start off where we left off. It does. All right. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let me go back. Let me go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. All right. Let's play with the computer. We'll put it up to 3. We will take the white pieces just so that I can go over this in case anybody doesn't know. Anybody that's tuning into this video, that's taking a look at it for the first time and it's just interesting and learning chess and has never played chess before. I will tell you right now, I am not the strongest player, but I am definitely not a novice. I am definitely not a hack, but I am not a trick maker or a trickster either. But I know the game pretty well. I know most of the ins and outs of it. I know a lot of the theory. I know many of the openings, or at least I used to know many of the openings. And the ones that I don't know, I can survive. But I can at least explain how the pieces work here. So this is like chess 101 for my people, you know, for my people. So these are the pawns. You've got 8 of them and your opponent has 8 of them. They're kind of like your kids. They're not worth very much in the beginning, except to you. In chess, pawns they're supposedly the soul of chess. It's like your pawns are special to you, but they're not special to anybody else, except the other side wants to kidnap them, like in real life, you know. And you know, all they do is move in one direction. They don't have very many weird tricks to them, except how they capture diagonal. They can move either 1 or 2 spaces only on their first move off of their initial rank. After that, they can only move 1. So normally what we would do is we'd start up by making a pawn move, and then we'll let black make a move here. So black is also making a pawn move. All right, I'll show you. Now we have the rook, the knight, the bishop, the king, and the queen, and then we also have another bishop, another knight, and another rook. And that's how we're arranged here. So let's talk about the knight. The knight is like your stoner friend. It moves in a weird pattern. It kind of jumps over things and ends up in random situations. It's really confusing, hard to understand, and most people mishandle this piece badly because of just not really getting the nuances of it. Like I said, this is your friend that's kind of like burnt out a lot, that you have to just keep an eye on, and you kind of forget about them until every once in a while they become very important in a lot of situations, and you're like, oh geez, I actually need them to help a little bit. What they do is they move in like an L shape. They go forward 2 and then to the side either this way or to the side this way. So they make like an L pattern. You see, we can make an L this way, we can make an L that way. If we were further on the board, we could make an L this way, we make an L that way. Or if we were here, we could go here, we could go here, we could go here. So you see the pattern. So we'll go here. That's our knights. Okay, so right now we've kept everything kind of even on the board here. Our next piece that we're talking about here is the bishop. The bishops move on diagonals. So if actually, you know what we're going to do first? We're going to take the other knight out first, I think. Other knight's going to come out. I shouldn't have blocked my C pawn though. That's a mistake, but we'll get into that later. All right. So I am going to take, put my bishop here. So bishops move on diagonals. See, very nice. Back him up to there. And then I'll move him to there. Now you notice you have one dark square bishop and one light square bishop. All right, now this is your king and your rook. Your rook can move up and down, side to side. They can only go in straight lines. They do not go in diagonals. They can end up on dark squares or light squares, where your bishop is always stuck on that whatever they start on. This bishop's always going to be stuck on the dark squares. Now, kings and rooks can do something very fun called a castle, which is where the rook will come to the king and the king will jump over it. Now we do a castle in online by pulling the king 2 spaces, and see, now they flip each other. So like that. You can only do that if you haven't moved either of those 2 pieces. It can only be done either to this side or to that side, as long as neither of the 2 pieces is moved. So anyway, that's castling. All right. So this guy thinks he's clever. This is one of these clever computer opponents that really just think that they're captain know-it-alls. All right, so they're trying to pressure this pawn. Notice, see here, we've got a bishop going right over here. We got a knight going over here. So let's say if the bishop takes this pawn and I decide I'm going to take it with my rook, oh, then the knight is going to take it, and then I'm going to be down rook, which isn't good. So I've got to find a way to defend this pawn here. Although it's kind of defended, I don't want to lose a rook. Rooks are more valuable. The way the values go is basically knights, then bishops are slightly more valuable at times, then your rooks are more valuable than them, and then your queen is the most valuable of all, and of course your king is the piece that you want to keep safe at all times. The king can move 1 space in any direction, and that's it. The queen can move like a rook or like a bishop, depending on how you want to move. All right, so now I got to figure out how I want to do this. I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to move this pawn up to here. See if we can force him to take or to move back. If he takes, let's see. If we put a pawn here and he takes, we take with the knight. He retakes with the pawn. We take with the queen. He takes with the knight. Okay, so we lose that. So we can't actually do that. Let me see what else we could do here. We could... I could always put the queen over to here. Help defend that, but we're going to end up losing the rook if we do that. So how can we set this up so that we are going to cause ultimate havoc on their end? We could take here, and then that puts 1 less piece guarding over here. Or, oh yeah, because now, yeah, because we're in the way. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think we can try that. The take, forward. Well, let's try it out just for fun. Just for funsies. Now we fork the 2 pieces. Really? Okay, so he's stepping up there. Why is he stepping up there? Defending the knight? Not that we would get... Oh, he's defending the pawn here. Okay, that's why. So, all right, let's take a look and see. We can either advance the pawn, protected by the knight and the queen and the bishop, which will leave us down a little bit. We can put the knight on that outpost and make the queen move. So we go knight to d6. Where does this queen want to be naturally? She could go here. And then I'm going to fork here with the... Oh no, I can't fork there. If she goes back, I can do the fork. If she goes here and here, I can't. Well, she can't go here. So her next logical square is probably there. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I also have this line of attack here. I'm going to do that. All right, queen moves back. That's right, I can't fork there. Okay, if I take with the rook... No, I can't take with the rook there because of the knight. I can take the knight though. Oh, but then he can take my rook. So we have to take the bishop, I guess. Or we could... I could put the queen here. Let's do that. I mean, this is only a level 3 computer, so let's see if it can find decent moves here. We took the pawn because I'm no longer protecting it with the queen, right? All right. Looking for good places for this rook. Or could check with the knight. Queen takes, queen comes down here. Let's do that. Check. Okay, so he takes there. Check. If we come here, check. Or bishop check. Bishop check, although that then allows this knight this knight's not really staying there anyway, is it? Check. Let's think this one through. Hmm. Trying to find a home for this rook here. Oh, I can't because that's check, right? I do this rook though. Okay, so the queen is now defending that long diagonal. And it's going to look probably to make check there. So what could we do? If I move the king off the diagonal, that kind of takes that threat away. That's another thing I can do though. I mean, I have both the bishops, right? It's got to be a move in here that I can do. Got to be a move I can do. Probably bishop to h4, defending the knight. Yeah, so he had to move back. All right, so he is on that diagonal there. I really want to get this king off of this square. But I could also pin the knight. All right. Now queen defends the knight. Hmm. Pawn to a3 is too slow. To go pawn, pawn. That's not going to work. I feel like I'm missing something here. Like I'm just not seeing something. Because his next move, well, he can't put the rook there. So that at least we know. We've got that space. Maybe he can put the rook there. He can't move that rook. That bishop is pretty bad right now. I'm trying to think of where is better with the king. Move back. Yeah, move off. Move off that diagonal. Actually, that might have been a misplay. Might have been a misplay. That's all right. On my part, meaning. All right, so this knight is pinned, can't move, or else I take the queen, although they can take the queen back. It's not a big deal, I guess. Let's see. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to get rid of this pawn. Black's king is surprisingly safe. I think I want to double up the rooks, but what file do I want to double them on? Here? All right. I see. So he's got the rook. He's got the fork here. Actually, that was pretty bad on my part. So I have to find a way to get out of this. I find a way to take the queen off the board. All right. If I push the pawn, he takes a pawn. No, it's too slow. Let me see. So if I go queen to... Where's my infiltration square? There. That's check. Should still have enough for an attack, I think. Right, let's try it. What is guarding that pawn? All right, I'm missing something here. No, nothing's guarding that pawn. What's guarding this bishop? That's guarding the bishop, right? All right, grab that. Okay, so he moved the queen off the square. All right, so now I gotta figure this out though. So if I take here, he takes, rook takes with check, queen takes. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Thinking. I divert the queen and take, no, I can't take because of the pawn. I could take here. No, queen takes, yeah, I could. Okay, that worked. That's good. It probably shouldn't have worked, but it did. All right, what's he got for threats? He could come down here, but that's really not doing much. Takes. Yeah. Check. Check. All right, I'm trying to think of where I need to be on this one. The check to work. Is it back to here for check? Yeah. Check. Check. Okay, so he can't escape to here. He can't escape to there. So all I've got to do, all I've got to do is put one more check on him, like here, right? No, he could take the rook if I go here. All right, one more check, one more check. I go here. He moves there. Check. Check. And this should be mate. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. I could have played a lot better. In fact, we can get the computer to analyze this. I made a lot of mistakes. Let's see how many blunders I made. One mistake. One blunder. 2 blunders, 3 blunders, 4 blunders, 5. That's 5 blunders. Wow, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah. All right. So I know where a lot of these are. So the beginning is fine. So if we take a look, beginning's fine. All these moves are fine. Castle, and then so he should have castled to follow up. And then what should I have done? I should have gone h3 to kick the knight out. So h3. Okay, so that is the best line, I guess, for him. So h3 would have been best. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part, but he took with the wrong. He should have taken with the other knight. Is that what it is? All right. e4. Queen to e7. Whoa. Jeez, how come that jumped forward so far? Wait, when did my rook move? I don't remember that. Did we skip a bunch of stuff? Okay, let's do this. Let's go forward through it. Oh, that's right. He took with the knight. Yeah. Queen e7. So far I'm playing all right, and then this is wrong. All right, should have been what? Oh, right. Bishop attacking the queen. Yeah. That would have been much better. Because then we would have been, I think we get his queen, right? No, we don't. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, because he castles. No, we do get his queen. Yeah, so this is just winning, obviously. Yeah. Wow, that's a huge mistake. I can't believe I missed that. Can't believe I missed that, but that's okay. All right, where are we here? Yeah, he should have moved that way. And then we had, everything was okay until we hit here. They say we should have done bishop to there. Oh, right. The bishop was pinned. The bishop can't take here. Can't take here. Stupid. Yeah, that would have been a better attack, obviously. All right, now that I see that, that's a much better attack. Yeah, I think it's because I, like I said, just trying to get back into it. And I should have done d6. Wait, hold up. All right, hold on. Queen to c5, question mark. Oh, he should have done d6. That's what they're saying. Okay, so I did. Wait. Where are we here? Oh, there. Oh, okay. All right, let me go back. So they wanted us to do rook takes. Okay, where are we? Oh, man, I do not like how this thing jumps around. I'll tell you that much. All right, so they were saying here. Back here. Okay, anyway, fine. H1, what was the move they suggested then? They still say rook takes over here. Why? Still having trouble with this. Oh, because queen with check, right? Ah, dang, yeah. See, I knew I was missing something. When we got to this part, this is where I was most concerned about, like, missing things. The other stuff I knew I was screwing up. I say, ah, whatever. I know I'm having a problem here. But this is where I knew there was a move I was missing, but it was here. No, because wait. Rook takes. Why doesn't the queen just take back? I don't understand. This is what I don't get. Why the queen wouldn't just take here. They say he's going to do d6, but... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Why we don't just have a capture here. Queen takes, we pressure the queen. Queen has to move, then we take the knight, but the queen could just move back, right? Oh no, because we have this bishop here, right? Well, anyway, okay. That one I'll have to figure out at some point. E6. Yeah. Yeah, we knew that was wrong. Okay, this is where they start making mistakes. And then what do we do wrong here? What did they want us to do? I cannot stand when it does that. Okay, hold on. All right, back to here. All right, so saying queen. Queen c7. Hold up. That is the queen, right? Queen c7? Oh, that's their move. Duh. Stupid. So it was saying for us, it would have been rook takes. Take with the rook. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, I thought about that line. And I hadn't, like, gone through to this part. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, well. Well, it's nice that we at least played the last part of it well, right? Okay, cool. All right. Let's hit some puzzles. Some puzzles. All right, puzzles. Chess puzzles are here to entertain you. No, they're here to actually make you stronger at recognizing patterns. So when you get a puzzle like this, what you got to do is try to find out what the key idea is in the puzzle. I like to go back all the way to the beginning. And then I go through the moves. So this is the opening played. Black castles to king's side. Black maneuvering the knights. White is having a real difficult time getting... Oh, they got... Is white in a castle? King side? I mean queen side? Yeah. That's what it is. Just in time too, right? All right, so all black pieces working together. Black is getting an advantage through here. King now moving closer to the center. White's going to trade some pieces. No, sorry. Black is going to trade some pieces. My bad. Black should be trading some pieces at least. Okay. All right. So this is how we got here. Now it's black to move. Okay, we have two white rooks that are controlling this file. We can't place anything on this line. All right, is it a simple idea? Like queen check, take the pawn? All right, let's see if we can figure this out. Queen checks. He cannot defend the pawn anymore. So the pawn's going to go. So that's problem number one taken care of. The second thing would be to get the king over a bit. I think. Let me see. No, huh? All right, fine. What's the solution? Oh, duh. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Take the rook. And then you can take the last rook out. Yeah. All right. Find the best move for white. Okay. All right. White is a pawn that's in a little bit of trouble here. All right. Where do we want to put this knight? Where does this knight belong? All right, so if we give a check here, the king can move forward there. Check. Then the pawn can move forward, and if king takes, pawn promotes. Moves here. Oh, can't move there because of the second check. Can't move there, can't move there. Okay. The king can move to the back rank. I think this is the first move. No? Well, I had the right idea. I just went to the wrong side. So it wants to do the check here. Yeah, I had the right idea. I had the right idea. I went to the wrong side. And that's right, because if I went there... Well, let's go back. Let's see. Why is this incorrect? Why is that incorrect? Let's see. It's because the king can go back and just stop all progress. Yeah, I think that's why. Okay. If we go here, yeah, the king cannot put himself on that square. Okay, that's why. The king puts himself on that square. It's a little bit of trouble. Well, can he put himself on that square? Then here, and then, yeah. Or, no, not there. Maybe there. I don't know. Oh, check. Move him off. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine, fine, fine. Losing rating. All right. Best move for white. Let's see. What are we going to move for white? What would we move for white here? All right. Let's go back to the beginning here. Let's watch what happens. These guys play fast. Back. Okay. Threatening the queen. Takes. Threatening the queen again. Queen moves. I think that's to prepare the advance of the c pawn, maybe? King moves off that diagonal. All right. So now we're going to figure our way out of this. All right, first thing, let's go through, let's try to go through this the correct way. Instead of just like randomly blundering our way through, let's look for checks. So we're going to look for checks, see if there's any checks that we can put on them. We don't have a white bishop, so we cannot do a check on a white square. The knight is not able to do any checks. Queen. No checks. Okay, the queen and the king are on the same color square. So if we could put the knight here, that's a fork, but the knight cannot get there easily. Plus we've got this bishop being a pain in the behind. All right, so knight takes rook. Bishop takes queen. Knight check. King moves, knight takes queen. And then are we up a rook? Yeah, then we're up a rook, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. That was an easy one. Yay! All right. Best move for white. All right, let's go through it again like we just did. All right, any checks? White king looks pretty safe, but that could always be deceptive. All right, so we have got battery threat here. The rook there, though, that's probably nothing. Although... All right, let me see. If the knight comes to here, so knight jumps to here. pawn takes, queen moves to here. That pawn is no longer on there, so that's check. Block. Rook takes. Actually, we wouldn't even have to do check there. We could do check here, right? Yeah, so is that it? No, okay. Okay, oh, rook first, right. Rook first check. That's what we should have done. Again, having the right ideas, just not going through the correct exact situation here. Right idea, wrong move. Right idea, wrong move. All right, back to the beginning. That's kind of... Okay. There are no checks. That I can tell you right off the bat. No checks are available. Not immediately, at least. All right, so when this knight moves, we open up the file for that rook. If we push the pawn, that splits these two, that forks these two. Takes, takes, takes. Okay, so let's count up how much pressure we have on this square here. We have 1, 2. Black has 1, 2, 3. So black has more pressure on that square. But if, like I said, if this knight moves away, no, because then the queen is exposed, so we can't do that. Unless we could move it and get his queen at the same time, which we can't. Is it the bishop takes? Is it attack the knight? Push the knight off that square? Yeah, this one's not an easy one. This is a middle game like tactic. It's harder to see when you've got a lot of pieces on the board and you got to really grind through the evaluation. All right. Yeah, we can't. This knight is pinned to the queen. So is it... Is it relieving the pressure on the queen? Well, let's start this way. What if we move the pawn forward? Knight. Does knight have any places it can go? It can go here, get taken. Get taken. Is that bad for us? That's bad for us, yeah. So in fact, we don't really want that square to be that weak. Yeah. Yeah, this is a tough one. We trade the knight. Knight for bishop. Then we're no longer as weak on that square. Because that knight's a problem. Yeah, this push through with this queen is going to be really, really nasty. So if he takes, not takes, if he does here. I have to take back or move my queen. If I move my queen, I'm not looking at that move yet. I'm just seeing what his threat is here. His threat is here. Let's say I move my queen. Where does his knight go next from there? Goes hops to here. Hops to there. And queen to there. Maybe. It all looks kind of bad. It all looks kind of bad. So I think it's either going to be, well, let's see. Do I have anything really, really, really crazy I could do? Is there any way I could do an attack on his queen? Like, is there anything that magically puts his queen in danger with my rook here? Okay, so the queen and the rook are opposite each other. So if this pawn wasn't there, the rook is attacking the queen. So if I move this forward, he takes. I take, but it's not. Yeah, it's covered with the bishop. So we'd be trading what? A pawn and a rook. For bishop and a queen and a rook. Wait, pawn and a rook. Pawn, a rook, and a bishop. All right, so it's actually a pawn, a rook, and a bishop for the queen. Guess he'd be able to take back with this rook. I really do think it has something to do with this, though. Takes. And where does this knight end up? Where does this knight end up? It's gotta be. Yeah, gotta be that. All right, so he obviously loses that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all they wanted, really? It was just E5, C1. Right. Yeah, that's all they wanted. Okay. Oh, keep going. Oh, they want me to keep going. All right. That's why. I was like, where's the rest of it? Give me the rest of the line. I'd assume it's take the knight, right? Hey, what's up, Ivy? Holy, what? How much? 52 months. 52. All right. We did all right on that one. Whoa. What's up, Ivy? How you doing? Hopefully having a wonderful night. All right, it's my turn. Let's reset this back to the beginning. All right. Okay. What's the idea of the position here? Let's see. The last move Black made was queen retreating. All right. You got a dragon glass ball. What is that? I didn't know dragons had glass balls. "31 days in a row at work." Oof. That's crazy. Okay, we do have a check on the king. So check, takes. That doesn't work for us. We have a way to threaten the queen. Rook to d1. Glass ball with a dragon sketched into it. Oh, okay, all right. I didn't know if it was like one of like a dragon's ball or something. I don't know. I guess my brain went into weirdo mode with that one. Gained a level today. Wait, a level in what? All right. So if we pin, well, it's not really a pin, but threaten the queen. Where can this queen go? This queen cannot stay on this file. Could go here, here, here. No, not there, and not there. Okay, so here and here, 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 here. Check the sub message. Oh, what's it say? Hold on. Where is it? Oh, 30. Oh, wait, you're not 31. Stop playing. Stop playing. You're 25. I'm not buying that. I am not buying that. Lies. Lies, I tell you. Hey, what's up, Fish? How are you? Mr. Fish. Hey, Fish, I'll give you a ding dong. How do you feel? Ding dong? You got a ding dong. Did-a-do. Playing Wizard 101. Nice. All right. What other fun things could we do? So there's rook to d1. Forcing the queen to move. If the queen moves here, we can then come down to here. All right, so the queen can't go here. Queen could go here. Okay, hold on. Rook d1. Queen moves. Takes. No, that doesn't work. Rook to d1. Queen moves here. Rook takes bishop. Queen takes rook. Bishop takes pawn check. That might be it. 93, nice. Also look at getting different parts for the Z80 computer. What you looking at? Not happy with it as a terminal based computer. You want it to be independent. I didn't know it was terminal based. I had no clue. I mean, there's very little we can do in this position. There's not a lot of happy fun time in this position that I can see. I mean, everything's pretty locked down. I gotta believe it's rook to d1. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So now he's threatening queen. Denny's breakfast. Lucky you. Guess who's back? Back again. Laser's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Meow, 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 meow. All right, so now where do we move? Now what do we do? So if we take the queen, pawn takes, we take the bishop, we're up a bishop, right? Miss seeing me? Yeah, I'm gonna be on a little bit more. Now that we moved everything where I need it to be, it's a little easier for me to get on at night. You have a fun new goofy game. What goofy game are you playing? I'd assume it's gotta be Queen exchange. Take the bishop. Well, let's see. Yeah, because nothing else really makes sense at this point. I mean, this rook isn't really going to help us much. This pawn's not doing anything. This bishop is just kind of holding the line. Actually, if we take this now, and we can exchange queens. I'm trying to see how this would work. Oh, Bug Snacks! I watched that for a while. I watched a streamer who got paid to play it on their stream, and yeah, they were not happy. They were not happy to play that game. Let me tell you. All right, so it's either taking the queen, doubling their pawns, taking the bishop, and then moving my bishop back down here. I think it's exchange the queens. I think I exchange. I think I take the queen. Yep. Okay. And then we come down here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say that looks like the best, but I guess I'm up a bishop here, and that's really, really good, even though I've only got the 4 to the 5 pawns. Yeah, I guess that's good. I guess it's good. Yeah, this is definitely winning at this point, because we're gonna take that pawn next. Yeah, okay. We got it. We got it. That's good. See, we're warming up now. We're warming up. We don't look nearly as stupid as we did earlier. I have to put that in the title. We get smarter as the night goes on. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Whoop. Oh, this is a quick one. Oh, is this like a version of the Scholar's Mate? What's up, Laser? What's up, my friend? All right, so let's see, where could we go? If we put the queen here, isn't it just over if the queen goes here? King can't take because of the bishop. No other guys around these? Gotta be. Wait, what do you mean? Oh. What did I miss on the other one? Why is that wrong? Oh, because the king has an escape square. Gotcha. Okay, you taught me a lesson. It's a sad thing that they ate the other half breakfast and I'm full. No, it's not sad. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. You know what? That was just a matter of me going too fast and not checking all the options, not checking all the boxes. Okay, everybody castles. Looks like we got a little... Oh! Hold up. I don't know about this. I don't know about that pawn push there. That looks like that's going to be a problem later. Bye-bye. You going back to work? You go back to work. Okay, that pawn is no longer a problem. This is still a problem, I think. Wow. This is a big attack on this side. Oh, jeez. Here we go on a king hunt. Okay. So we're looking for the knockout blow here. Gonna be something to do with the pawns, I'm sure. All right. So if we go queen to d8, he's escaping this way. All right, queen to d8, he escapes that way. And check here. You can roll back to the bishop. All right, so that's not going to work. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Bean? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're just doing some chess puzzles. Chess puzzles and beating up the computer every now and then just to make sure that we're still funky fresh. Make the computer pay for whatever it did. Didn't really do anything to me. There's a couple puzzles that I was a nanometer away on solving correctly. Little tiny things that are it's helping me to pick up on the stuff that I'm kind of like losing out on here. All right, so I'm still looking here. I'm still looking. I mean, we're looking for forcing moves. It's queen to d8, check. I mean, the king just has a ton of escape squares. But I'm wondering what this does for us. What does this do for us if we put the queen here? What does that give us? If he goes to this side... what would we need to do? We need to be on a square that lets us take that bishop when we check him next time. Which is not exactly where we're going to end up. So check here. And he goes here. What are we doing then? I mean, what are we doing then? Check. The only other thing I can think of is is the pawn. Check with the pawn, but then he just takes the pawn, or he takes this pawn. And usually these puzzles don't have like positional points to them. Like they don't have something where it's like, oh, it's some sneaky move like putting the king on the F file. So getting closer to the center of the board, even though that's something that you would, in theory, probably want to do. It's got to be something weird. Sort of lurk, preemptive lurk. All right, well, I guess we have to try to calculate it then. So check. Let's calculate what happens over here. King goes over here. So it's queen and king here. My queen, his king. Yeah, see, I can't go to that square, so I can't put a check on him there. I can't put a check on him there. Can't put a check on him there. I would have to move over, and then he can just move back. All right, so check. He moves. Check. Actually, that puts me on a different square. Oh, that puts me on the square to eat this guy. Okay, all right, so he can't go there. He can't go there. Okay, so check. King cannot go there because if king goes here, so we go check, his king goes there. We go here, check. King bounces back to there. No, he can cover that guy. But then that puts him on this square. So what does that do for us at that point? So then we could do check, and that forces him on that square. Yeah, so if he goes here, then we check him here. So check, he goes here. Check, he goes back, check. Now he's got to go, it's going to force him. No, he can't go there, so he's going to go back there, and then we get him. Okay, yeah, so actually this works. This works. No? Oh, jeez. I must be getting tired. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. That was so simple. So simple. Yeah, fine. I'll give you a thumbs up for it, but that's just because I blinded that one. I got fixated on one move order. My move order would have worked though, I think. Just theirs was easier. Theirs was a little bit more simple than mine. Okay, so black with a big attack, king hunt. Just like last time, we're hunting the king. Okay, so let's see. All right, so here's the start of black's attack. Black jumps up. Can't take the knight because that exposes the king to check. But now that is check. That's check, so you can't take the queen. That's check. That's check. 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 Okay. And it looks like the king has escaped, but let's see. Let's see what we need to do to finish this off. All right, the king and the queen are on the same color square. That means we have the ability to fork them at some point. Fork. Let's be decent, people. So let's say we do fork the queen and the king. We fork them both. We're forking them. Can't put that on for too long. Got a copyright strike. Hey, what's up, Kazidi? How you doing? How you doing? I'll give you a round of applause, my friend. A name I have not seen since the days of Buffalo Bill. And not the good Buffalo Bill that was in the Wild West, but the bad Buffalo Bill that was in Silence of the Lambs. Oh wait. Oh wait, was he a streamer? Yeah, I remember that guy. Okay, so there's another way to check then, I guess. We could check down here. He takes. And then check. Here? No, because the queen is there. All right. What if we start with that? What if we start with check? We start with check here, covered by the pawn. I'm doing all right. I have had quite a few changes in the area of life since I have last talked to you. How are you? I'm good. I'm pretty good. I've actually, this is like, I haven't streamed consistently in a long time. I've been streaming about one night a week for, I guess that's consistent, one night a week, but I haven't been streaming a lot. This is the first, I think the first week I've streamed 2 nights in a while. But yeah, I had to move some things around in my house to make it possible now, because it's just like, after a while, it just gets very difficult to continue to stream late at night. So I had to move my time a little earlier. This seems to be working out a little better. All right, so king, queen here, check. King can move here and move here, cannot move there. Okay, so these are the 2 squares the king gets to choose from. What's our follow-up? What is our follow-up? Check. King has to move, then we need to put another check with the knight. I started working 3rd shift job, so it makes it a bit hard for me to keep up with some of the old streamer buddies from the past. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's been hard for everybody. Twitch has died off anyway. Like now I'm doing more, like I'm doing better on YouTube than I am on Twitch, not for live stuff, but for my recorded content. I'm almost partnered on YouTube, so once I get partnered on there, I'll make a couple of I'll try to make a couple of videos that can really pop off. We have a few like indie game videos that have done really well. It's got to be this move. Yeah, it can't be here. Can't be here. Oh wait, is it here? No, because that pawn could just take the queen back. Oh boy. All right, so we had that right. Like, and I won't guess why he can't go to these squares because I'm too tired. All right. So now we need to find the next check on the king. Is YouTube on your Discord? I'll have to go and drop you a sub. Oh yeah, that would be great because I'm 12 subs away. Hang on. I can just think I just put socials. Hold on. There you go. That's my YouTube. I think that's it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. All right, so it says best move, keep going. Wants me to keep going. Thinks I should keep going. So if I trying to think, what can we do here? Drop you sub on what was supposed to be my content account and on my random browsing guy. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like I probably don't have anything up there that you'd be interested in. It's mostly like the indie stuff that, you know, crazy indie stuff. So I can't, I've got no checks with the knight. I like how it won't give me it'll give me the points if I mess up one move. It'll take the points if I mess up a move, but if I don't get all the moves correct, I don't get like bits of point for getting the first one correct. It's like you should get a little bit for getting the first one correct. Like we can't go here. I can't take here. That just doesn't work. We go here. Queen takes. No, that doesn't work. Now I need 10 more. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now I need 10 more. Perfect. That works very well. Yeah, I've been talking to, I don't know if you talked to Chase in a while, but I talk to Chase quite frequently. Like, I want to take here, but this is not it. This is definitely not it. Oh, it's the attack on the queen. Right? No, because then the pawn could just take the knight. Where can I put the knight? Haven't heard much from him since I moved. I try to keep in touch, but life, I know, life is freaking crazy, dude. Oh, you moved from Texas. I didn't even realize that. People moving. Unbelievable. You people and you're moving. Thinking this is the land of the free or something. Oh, rook. Rook. That was easy. That was easy. Texas. So happy we moved here. Do you like it in Texas? Like, I would love to move to Austin. I think I would love Austin. Anywhere else in Texas, I'm a little thumbs down on. Just anything aside from Cali. Better than Illinois or PA. Oh, yeah, well, I suppose, yeah, if you're going to move from Illinois, Monster knows all about that. Humidity alone. Well, I live in an area that is known for its humidity. Like high desert plains, no humidity. Yeah, I don't know. I think dry heat's just fine. I mean, humid heat's just fine. Dry heat's overrated. All right. Wow. It's fun to like look at these games fast forward, like, because these are blitz games too. Okay. So let's see. White is trying to muster an attack here. So white gets the check. All right. Looks like the queen is kind of vulnerable there, but If it can, it's beautiful, dude. It is not. 100 feels like 80. No, 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 no. I mean, is dry heat better than humid heat? Yeah, but I don't think humid heat's that much worse. I think just because of, like, you know, my stuff with arthritis and like joint pain, I think any heat to me is preferable, and almost the humid heat works better at times because it's more like a sauna. Okay, so we need the best move for black. Well, hell, isn't the best move just check? So we go check. That forces the king to here. What's the follow-up, though, once we're here? That's the problem. Actually, I don't think there's much the king can do at that point, right? So if we check, he moves here. Come down here, threaten mate. Not threatening mate, but threatening check here. Let's see. Yeah, I got a feeling that that's the first move, though. Is definitely here. Check on the back rank, moves him to there. Or I mean, he could throw the bishop in front, and I could eat the bishop. I mean, not the bishop, the rook. Throw the rook in front, I eat the rook, but I don't think that's going to happen. But what is our follow-up at that point? What is our follow-up at that point? I mean, I guess it would be queen to the back rank. No, wrong. Okay. What's the solution? Oh, why am I so out of it tonight? Why am I so out of it tonight that I can't see that? Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad on that one. You know, it's funny because the easy ones, I'm missing the easy ones and I'm getting the hard ones. Like I should be up to like a 1600 rating on puzzles right now. All right. Best move for white. Okay. Start it back at the beginning. Let's watch the game go forward. Swim out past the breakers and watch the world die. Okay. So black has what looks like possibly a strong attack, but is not really. All right. You know, I feel like it's been a long overdue from you, my friend. What's that? Oh, I Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. We still have it though. I don't have the cam though. I don't have the Kith cam anymore. So we just kind of give you the kiss. We'll give it like that. Kiss. And then we'll get a copyright notice from YouTube. Kiss. They don't catch Prince, but they catch the James Flamestar song right after it, even though it's Commons. And they just let you know, yeah, that's a copyright infringement. But it's okay because it's Commons, so we're not going to do anything about it. It's like then it's not a copyright problem. Doofuses. Let's see. Let's see. If we bring the queen down to here, that is check. What is the remedy for it? Can't go there. You can't go there. Can't go there. Is there any way to stop it? There's no way to stop it, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Whew. Jeez, I was gonna say. I'll take it. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. This is what I like best about doing the puzzles on Lichess, is that they actually give you this Queen's Gambit declined? No. Modern opening? I wish they would tell you what the opening is. Okay, and then what is white even gonna castle? I don't think white's gonna castle at this point. I mean, white is down a rook. Down a rook and change, it looks like. Okay. Chess. The game I know how the basics of the pieces move, but can never grasp the strategy. Well, that's cool. I can go over some strategy with you. That's where I shine. I could definitely help you out with that. I taught everybody from age 5 all the way through age 50 when I was teaching. Now I could only teach to a certain point because I am not a master, international master, or a grandmaster, but I always was able to get people up into the higher echelons. So we're just doing some puzzles right now, though. We're trying to build up our visual database. That's one of the huge things with chess, is you need a visual database of patterns to recognize. And when you start recognizing these patterns over the board, it makes some things so much easier to see. There's what I believe is my 3 levels of chess. A lot of people break it into like 5 levels or 7 levels. There's really only 3 levels. There's the beginner level, which is where like you know how the pieces move, but everything just seems like witchcraft, right? Then you have the second level where the person starts to learn how to effectively coordinate the pieces, but is still kind of shaky because they don't realize that there's a lot of rules to it that are not written down. And people, when they play at first, they want to play what they want to play. They don't realize that some instances you don't have a lot of creative freedom, especially in the beginning. Which is weird. You would think it would be closer to the end, you'd have less creative freedom, and that's also true. But in the beginning, it's also weird. Would be curious, but I feel it would need to really invest the proper time. That's part of it, but I bet you I could get you up to 1,000 rating without much of a time investment, just by explaining some central concepts to you of the game. I could vastly improve Now, of course, if you go online and play against 1,500 rated players, yeah, you'll probably get destroyed still. But if you played against people like just neighbors or stuff like that, they probably teach you how to beat most people that that don't know an opening. I've never learned an opening, and you wouldn't have to learn an opening. All you'd have to do is just learn where the pieces go in the beginning, and what you need to control and what you need to think about. All right. So anyway, so here's what we're looking at here. White has been put in check, so we need a move that is going to win us the game. So you have to think about, first of all, because we're in check, our first obligation is to get out of check. Now, when you see these puzzles don't tend to have like simple, like, okay, just move one square. Yeah, you were right. They usually have a point to them. There's usually like a strategic theme to them. So in this case, there's not only a way to get out of the check, but there's probably also a way to fight back immediately. It's such an enduring game. It wouldn't be so enduring if it wasn't so brilliant. It's amazing that it has lasted this long and it has survived. It's survived through computers being vastly superior to human beings, and people still want to watch people. People still want to watch two human beings play it. I mean, they also like watching computers play each other and humans play computers, but you would figure eventually the computer would figure the whole game out and it would have exhausted everything. But the game is so deep that even our best computers have trouble evaluating certain situations and cannot see all the combinations. What was it that they said? Something like there are more moves, available moves in chess than there are, I forget. It's an astronomically huge number, and it grows as it moves outward. Like the further into the game you get, the more moves there are. Yeah, even with quantum computing, even with super intelligence, super AI, or ASI, artificial super intelligence, I still think chess is going to be a mystery even to those computers, because even the computers themselves have difficulty evaluating. Now, they have a much better time evaluating than humans do, and they find the best move, which usually most human beings will not even be able to see in some complex situations. But even the computers can't find everything all the time, 100% of the time, and can't give you guaranteed wins. The fact that they can play each other and they don't draw each other, they still have winning and losing records, tells you something right there. All right, so one of the things I noticed first about this situation is, so the queen has put us in check, but the queen is also undefended. So if we block with our queen, we are now simultaneously blocking check and attacking their queen, which is going to force them to move the queen. So once they move the queen, we need a good follow-up move. So from here, the queen can go where? There. There. I think that is probably where the queen's going to end up, depending on where this queen ends up. Well, let's start with the first. Really, that's the wrong move, huh? Oh, pawn. Geez, see, this is the thing. I'm moving too fast. I'm going too fast. Yeah. I'm losing rating now because I'm going through this way too fast. I think part of it too is I'm yapping and chattering. Oh, I wanted to show you basic strategy. Now, let me get out of this. Let's go to play the computer. Let's move it up to level 4. So we played it on level 2, level 3, level 1, level 2, level 3, and we've won all those. So, all right. So let me show you the basics of chess. Now, obviously, you know how all the pieces move. But one thing that a lot of people don't understand is what makes a good starting position in chess. I wish I could do this to the point where it would let me take back moves. I wonder if there's a way I could do that. Probably not. But anyway, so in general, what you're going to want to do is great moves, or good moves, I should say, are going to control this middle section. These 4 squares are super important throughout the game. These are going to be important because if you hold these squares and can put good pieces on these squares, those pieces can reach anywhere on the board very quickly. So it's always ultra important to get control of these squares. There are many moves that can do that. Starting out for white, first of all, you can do, you know, either of your pawns out. Reason being, they will then control at least 2 of the squares here. Other good moves in the beginning are getting the knights out, so they can control the center. You never move the knight to the outside because it can control less squares. There's nothing over here to control. So putting a knight over here takes away half of its mobility because there's nowhere to go. So those are good moves. The reason these are also good moves is this will free up the bishop to let the bishop come out. This frees up the queen to let the queen come out. And this frees up just this one bishop and the queen a little bit. So one of the things that I like to look at first is I like to say, okay, well, I want to get the most of my pieces active, but I want to stay, you know, as safe as possible. As a kid, I always liked using the knights because they could jump the other pieces. That was novelty. No, actually, that's, believe it or not, I believe that knights in early game are the most powerful piece because they're the only piece that can get over other pieces. The queen is always going to be blocked by pawns. The bishops are going to be blocked by pawns, and the rooks are going to be blocked by pawns. The knight is the one that lets you make tactical moves that are harder to see for your opponent, first of all, because the knight moves in a funny shape. If you learn the pattern of the knight, like first of all, learn how it moves across the board. You should be able to visualize that this knight, if we wanted to get this knight to this square, you should be able to look in your head and pick out what squares it goes to. It goes to here, it goes to here, it goes to here, and it goes to here. See how quick I can do that? So I know it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that almost makes a pattern here. It's these two with this one. So you got like an arrow with a little thing on the top. You get your little arrow here with a thing on the top. Now, I don't know if we'd actually want to put the knight there, but that would put the king in check. So that's one thing to know. And also knowing about the knight's cross. A knight, if it's standing in one spot, if you have a knight here, for instance, it's going to make a cross pattern of places it can go. It can go here, 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 and here. So you can actually visualize the knight. If you can learn to visualize the knight, you'll be better than 99% of like the people that don't know theory in chess. Like if you just sit down with somebody that's just a good chess player because they just kind of like can sit and think for a little bit, if you know how the knight works, you'll beat them most of the time. That's the wonderful thing about chess too, is you don't need to be a brilliant calculator over the board. That is a complete fallacy that grandmasters calculate 10 moves ahead. Very, very rarely can you calculate 10 moves ahead. Two moves ahead is usually about where we're going to be looking, because anything above and beyond that, you're not taking into account all the pieces. If you had to calculate every single piece and how every single piece can move and what the consequences of that piece moving were, it would take you way too long. Computers can do that. We cannot. All right. So one of the things I like to consider when I'm starting an opening is I like to consider how many pieces I can get active and how quickly I can control the center. So I usually like to do pawn to e4. Pawn to d4 is also a wonderful opening to do. I think I can do maybe one move ahead, but I'm a rank simpleton. Yeah, and one move ahead, believe it or not, even being able to look one move ahead is wonderful if you know some basic rules and if you can follow an important procedure in your head every single time you're about to make a move. If you can do the review in your head, and the review usually goes, is my king safe? Once you've looked and you guarantee your king is safe, Next, you look, you go, do I have any moves that put the other king in check? You look for that. You're going to go to bed? All right, Burn. Have a good night. Once you've looked to see if you've got any moves that put the king in check, if you don't, you move down to the next thing, which is like, do I have any moves that can threaten valuable pieces of my opponent, or do I have any captures that I can do without losing material, without losing my pieces? Do I have free captures that are on the board, or do I have ways that I can threaten like the queen or something like that? So you want to go down through there, and then you also want to make sure anytime before you make a move, when you look at the move, the first thing you're going to say is my piece protected on that square? When I make that move, is my piece going to be protected? All right, so in this situation, do I have any checks available? No, I don't have any checks available. That's pretty obvious. My king is not safe, but there's not much I can do. Moving my king there is not going to make it more safe. So next is going to be, do I have any free captures or threats? I can threaten this pawn. So I jump out, I threaten that pawn. He's got to answer that. Have a good night, Burn. All right, so now he answers that by going here and by protecting his pawn. So now I need to look for another good move. So, I mean, I could activate my bishop. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I come down this rank here. And then there's a whole little thing where he starts moving pawns out to chase me away. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I just continue on. Now, one thing is, like, it's always good to develop this knight out pretty quick. But a lot of times white, because we're going to put our king on this side, we're going to castle our king on this side. A lot of times white likes to move this pawn up to c4. So sometimes we wait. Sometimes we wait on c4 and we say, we're going to hang out on c4 and just chill for a second. What's another move that we can make? Well, we could, in theory, we could put a pawn here. If he takes with the knight, we take. If he takes with the thing, he takes with the knight. We do have a way of recapturing. I'm gonna just not do that for right now. We do have a way of getting that back, but that's another possibility. We could just move this forward one and protect this pawn. Or we could move this bishop out. I usually like to throw this bishop way out here, and I think I'm going to do that anyway, just for funsies. And he didn't capture there, which I thought he would, or he didn't threaten with that. So I could castle right now. Do you know about castling? Castling was where the rook comes up to the king and the king jumps over the rook. It can only be done if neither one of those pieces has moved and if there are no pieces in between. All right. So the other thing we got to do is look and say, well, why is this guy moving his knight here? What's that move do for them? First of all, it blocks all this stuff off, which that's not great. So they must have a real good reason. Is it because they don't want to put the knight here because it will block this guy? Do they want to push this guy forward, make an attack? Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they want to jump their knight to these squares, but my pawn's covering those squares, so that's probably not likely. Are they just covering up this knight to make sure I don't trade and break their pawn structure? It could be. But meanwhile, all that stuff that's fun for them, I could, I think I'm going to castle. Castle. And now they're going to push me back. All right. A lot of times I like to pull the bishop here. And then they put a pawn here. And then I pull the bishop here. But I'm not sure I want to do that this time. I might just want to put the bishop here, but I'm not sure. No, but that's the c4 square. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to pull back. Okay, interesting. Solidifying the center. All right. I'm going to jump out to c4. Ooh. Not expecting that. I think I want to move this pawn up one, protect these two pawns and get this bishop happy and active. And then this bishop can cover this so the rook can't come out. I put this pawn there. What's protecting that pawn though? I can always bring my bishop back to protect it if I need to. Do that. Okay, now he's kind of trapped in there. Like his king is really buried. I need a home for this bishop. But all right, let's take a look and see what we've got so far. Who controls the center? I control this square with this and this. I control this square with these two pawns. I don't control this one with my knight. I do control this one with my knight though. And then I control these. So I've got quite a bit in his territory. What's he got in mind? He's got this with the knight and the pawn, the knight and the pawn. It's kind of even. Trying to think of what I want to do with this bishop. If I want to put it here, or do I want to move the knight out first? If I put the knight out, what does that do for me? Protects this pawn, protects this bishop. There's a home for the knight there. I think that's what I want to do. I want to move my knight to that square, so get the knight out. Okay. Pushing forward, trying to solidify their pawn structure. We don't have a file here to attack on, so we can't really get a good check in over here and do any shenanigans there. This is not allowing my knight to come forward as well, so my knight can't go there now. But my knight can go here to here. But their knight is defending, so that's probably why they have their knight there. Yeah. This knight is also defending here. Yeah. Really? Okay. This is pretty interesting. Normally the computer plays a lot more aggressive than this. They put it on level 4, it suddenly has decided it's all positional and stuff. All right. Let me see. If I move my queen, where do I want to put my queen though? I think I still want my queen here for the break. We're going to try to break in this center. I also can connect my rooks. But I wonder if it's just smarter to make this move now. All right, let's calculate. I'm reviewing this with my limited chess knowledge and it's making my head fizz. Well, if you think about it this way, if you stop for a second and think about our rules that we talked about, do I have to think about my king's safety right now? Not particularly. My king's tucked away. That's part of the good habit of castling early, so your king's safe. So I no longer have to think about that. So that's not on my mind unless I see a bunch of black pieces heading this way. Then I start to worry about that. So I don't have to think about that. Is there any way I can give check to this this king? Well, this rook's covering this square. So I really don't have any checks that I can do. I could try to get a knight in, but there's a lot of stuff guarding here. So I probably don't have any checks to do. Oh wait, that's rubbish. So the main thing that I'm doing here is all I'm trying to do is, as you saw, I'm trying to get my pieces to good squares. Good squares are squares where there's a purpose to it. Like when I move this bishop here, why didn't I put my bishop here? Well, because it protects the knight a little bit, and I guess that's okay. But it's not very active if it's here. It's kind of stuck. And if I moved it here and then decided, oh, I want to be more active this turn, and then I move it here or here or here, then I've moved it twice. I've used 2 moves to make 1. So instead, I just put it here. I said, that's a good square. It's got nice long diagonals with nothing blocking it. That's a wonderful spot. The knights are both in pretty good spots for them. I think the toughest thing to learn is the pawn moves, is like figuring out like where to move pawns. My queen is the only piece that's not really active yet. Well, the rooks are not active either, but rooks usually take a long time to activate. This player does have a chance to activate a rook over here, which is, I think, is coming soon. I think that rook is eventually going to try to end up here. So I'm going to look for a spot to open that up, but I can open it up and kind of take care of that as well by breaking in this center. And I think this is why we break the center now. All right. So let's calculate. If I move this forward, he can take, I'm not going to decide what order. I'm just going to see how many times he can take back. So I put this here. He gets my pawn. I get his pawn. He gets my bishop. I get his knight. Is there any other thing that's threatening that square? Nope. So I think we can break the center. The other thing that's going to do for us is that's gonna get this knight kind of. This knight could do some stuff over here. The other thing too, though, before I do this, though, I might want to take this bishop off this square. Because when this knight moves, now I've got a problem over here. So I might want to move that bishop. Or if I'm going to do it, I trade this bishop off now, and then I've really got an attack going here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, no, I don't. That's all right, though. Now we do the break. I did that wrong, but we'll see. We'll see if the computer on this level has the ability to push through or not. All right, so now I have to think. I think I put the pawn forward one. Now the pawn has some real estate over here. All right, so now he's coming with a kingside attack. So he's moving these pawns up. Now I have to start thinking of my king's safety. I have to start thinking my king is not safe. Not safe. So I've got to think of... This knight is kind of useless right now, so I'm going to look to try to exchange it for something. But I don't know what yet. All right. We have the push here for counterattack, or we can get some play over here. His bishop here is pretty useless. All right, so let's see where he's weak. This pawn is not protected by anything, so how can I attack this pawn? Where can I go to attack this pawn It would have been nice to put the knight on that square, so I might have made a mistake pushing the pawn. The knight might have been better there. So I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do to put the knight on that square. What have I got to do to get the knight on that square? How much money I got to pay to put that knight on that square? Or where's the other square I can attack it from? Here? Here? Or I can attack it with my queen by getting my queen to here. So anyway I do this, I've got to get this knight out of here. He's also going to eventually push this pawn. If he pushes this pawn though, I can protect it with the queen. I think I do this. That's usually a bad move, moving the knight back. I can't even speak. Moving the knight back, but I think this might actually work out. All right, I gotta see where I want to get this knight to. I'm thinking queen could go here, attacking that pawn. What would he defend that pawn with? The bishop, maybe? It's kind of a waste of a move, just kind of toddling the bishop around. He could defend it with, I guess, the rook. He could defend it with the king. What else? What other purpose does my queen serve on this square? Secondary protection for this square. If we get an advance here to try to do an advance. He's got 3 pieces protecting that square. I need another piece protecting that square. I only have 2. All right, let me think. All right. Move the knight to there. I'm going to start an attack on here, I think. Ah, all right. He's already going to try moving in the center here. All right. This is probably a bad move. Probably a bad move, but we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, actually, it was a bad move because... All right, do I want to give up the bishop or give up the knight? I think I give up the bad knight. All right, let's see. I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. All right, where do I want to put this rook? Like, I mean, I can move it back, I guess, which is kind of crappy, but I'm gonna put it here. Hold on. Can't put it there. Yeah, I knew his knight was going to go there. Gary playing chess now. Nice. I had a move I thought was big brained and then saw your rook was in peril. So never mind me. Yeah. I screwed up by trying to do that break there. I really shouldn't have done that. He is going to try to get his knight to here is what he wants to do. Let me see what we can do here. Because I know there's something. I know there's something. I gotta check this out. I'm watching while doing chores. So I'm missing the big I'm missing the don't worry about it. Everybody's missing the big picture. We all miss the big picture pretty much. I think of what I want to do. I mean, he doesn't have anything going, so I really just need to calm down and put together a few good moves. All right, if I move this bishop here, his knight's going to be forced to jump back. Yeah, okay. So his knight jumps back to there. Move my queen up because I will be glad to trade these. Okay, interesting. I'm trying to figure where they think this queen is going to go. Down to get this pawn? Is that what it wants? I mean, that pawn is defended right now. I could double defend it by putting my rook opposite the queen. I'm trying to think of what else he could have come over here. He can't really come over here and attack with anything else, so I could double the rooks on this file. Okay, I'm going to ignore that for a second. And see, continue through and see what I need to do here. Gotta think of what else I need to do here. All right. Because I'm not worried about this, because that knight's super weak. If he takes, I can take with the rook, and that knight is super weak. Basketball time? Are you gonna go play basketball or watch basketball? Because the playoffs are over as far as I'm concerned. Celtics won. Yeah, baby. If I put the knight here, queen can't go there. Queen can't go there. 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 And can't go there. Boom. Yeah. Oh, your son plays. Okay, but I also play and do some one-on-one with him after the match. Nice. But I'm way past playing competitively. Oh yeah, me too. Like I don't think I could play tiddlywinks professionally at this point. I'm like really not about that life. Okay. That was a good move. That was a good move. Now I have to just keep making good moves. Competition always exhausts me. I hear you. I hear you. Just looking for fun. I hear that. Okay, so I have to figure out something to do with this rook here, because what I want to do is I want to take this bishop. But then the rook slides over, and then when the knight moves, it's an exposed king. It's a check on the king. I guess I can handle it. But I think I'm going to wait. Just wait another minute. Got half decent. Played a guy with an ATP rank once. Wow. Got your butt kicked. You played him okay, yeah. All right, I have to think this through, guys. I have to think this through. If I move the bishop here, that's going to push his queen off. Right? She will have to go here or here. And this also opens this up this way. Okay. I'm able to move this rook down, right? Okay. I need to get rid of this this bishop. This bishop needs to be out of here. How do we get the bishop out of there? Let me see. Go queen to here. Man, I could in theory. I could just lift the rook. And where can the bishop go? Can't go here, can't go there, can't go there, and can't go there. If he moves there, moves there, he's protecting the knight, because that's not what I don't want him protecting the knight. That's the problem. All right, how do we make sure that he doesn't go anywhere? No, I can't put the rook there because of the stupid knight. Do I just take the knight? What's stopping me from taking the knight? What's stopping me from taking the knight? Nothing. All right, there's a better move. I'm thinking take this bishop, but there's a better move. There's a better move somewhere, and I'm not seeing it yet. I have to find it. I must find it. Because he's trying to open up this position here. If he takes, he's going to take the knight. takes a knight. So I take bishop, he takes knight. Wish there was another way to get that bishop. I'll take it. Yeah, he can't. If I move the bishop over one, he can't take. Well, I mean, he can take. I'll take it back, but he can't do anything with that rook. So let me see. Where's the square that protects this? There is not going to work. I think we just move this back. Or we go queen. How about takes? Takes. 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 And I take here. Takes with the king. Check. I think that works. Oh, he's going to come over with the queen. Okay. Is it fast enough? I move the queen to here. Hmm. Check. Takes. No, okay, that's not where it goes. Where are we looking here? No, we can't go there. There has to be a way to do this. No, I don't want to offer trade. That's not what we want. I think we got him. Yeah, I think we got him. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Ah, I got mated. I got mated. I screwed it up. Yeah. I screwed it up at the end. I got too tired. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. That's mate. Yeah. Whoa. All right, I was going to say, geez. Yeah, no, I screwed up at the end. All right, it is midnight 30. I'm going to bed because obviously my brain is tired. Friends online? I don't have friends. I have 0 friends. See, I was right. I knew it. I got no friends. All right. So, yeah. But this is why I'm staying up later at night. I'm trying to do this when my brain is tired, to force my brain to work when it's tired. I wish they would give me a chance to go back. Hey, what's up, Crakey? Crakey, did you say hello before? Did I miss it? I'm half asleep. I think you did. Yeah, I screwed this up at some point. Actually, you know what? I want to see how I was going to win that. Yeah, I made a ton of blunders. Wait, is that it? That's it? That's all I made for mistakes was 3 blunders. So I blundered at the end because my brain got fuzzy. Okay. So instead of that, hold on. Why didn't I take his queen? What happened to my brain? What happened to my brain? Yeah, I knew I have to be tired because yeah, but I mean that was the whole point. Like the whole point. The whole point of this move was to take his queen. Oh, you know why? Because I was like, oh, he's gonna take my queen, and then that's even for me, but it's not. I'm actually okay in this position, I think. Yeah, see? Ah. Yeah. I was winning. I was winning. Now, granted, I had to see the knight move. I had to see this right here. This is what I missed. This is the calculation I missed. So this I saw. I saw that. I don't know if I would have taken with the king there, but that's what they said too. I'm assuming they're right, but I think I would have taken with the rook. It probably was not as good. And we'll probably find out why later. Oh, I know, because I've got to defend this pawn with the rook, right? Yeah. So that's takes, and then see that is the move I missed. It was like, how many moves in was it? So 1, 2, wait, so no, wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was 4 moves in that I did not see the knight. That's why I assumed it was bad for me. As I was looking at this, and calculating a knight and a rook, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns versus 4 pawns, 2 rooks, and I was saying, not really sure. But I didn't see that. I did not see that move. It's hard to see it though. It's hard to see it at that time, because you're not thinking of that person's king here. If you're thinking of their king there, if you know their king's gonna end up there, which I wasn't expecting it to end up there, because honestly. And there was a better move here too, right? Oh, why does it do that? Oh my goodness, I hate when it does this. All right, G4. Yeah, that line was too. That line was. I mean, this is an inaccuracy, but that line is that was too deep for me. Hello again. I got Snazzy to play Wizard 101 and took psychic damage from the experience. You got me to play it too, but I got bored. I got bored super quick. And I know I shouldn't have, because I understood what I was getting into, but I just was being stupid for some reason. King to F2 is best. But would I have been okay with King to F2? No, I would have dropped the rook. Okay, so I was clearly losing after this. It's fun with a full party, yeah. Or if you're just watching YouTube. Yeah, and that's basically what I think the mistake I made is it's the type of game that's fun to play when you're not streaming. It's not a great streaming game. And I think that's the mistake I made, or at least for me, it's not a great streaming game. Granted, I mean, what am I doing now? I'm playing bad chess, and I'm assuming that's a good streaming experience for everybody. Gems. All right, one quick puzzle, then I'm going to bed. Hey, I feel good that on Stockfish Level 4, I gotta figure out what Stockfish Level 4's rating is. Your viewer loves it? I've got 6 people here. What are they saying? Are they saying I only got 1 person? Oh, it might be because I said I was going to bed. That could be why. Yeah, I said I was going to bed, so people probably took off. 2 on your screen? Oh, okay. I mean, there was like 4 people here just a minute ago. Not including you. So I would have won a game against Stockfish Level 4. Okay, so find the best move for white. Best move for white is here. Queen. Done. Yeah, that was easy. All right. I said 1 puzzle. I could be a Plants vs. Zombie streamer. I could be a Roblox streamer. I had 2 people come in, new people come in, ask me if they could join my game. Very tired and Snazzy has not helped. I'm extremely tired too. I'm actually going to check something. Stockfish ELO per level of each of the Stockfish levels. Okay, so let's see. It lists the estimated ELO next to the username when you play a particular computer opponent. Stockfish level 2 is listed as 1100. 3 is 1400. 4 is like 1600. So actually I would have beat a 1600 computer. That's actually improvement for me. Had I not been absolutely dead tired, I probably would have been okay. Actually, so yeah, let's see. We play the computer, and if we just started, let's see, does it say? No, it doesn't give its ELO. Look, there's no ELO. They lied to me. They lied to me. All right, but I'm going to bed. All right, YouTube, get out of here. You guys